welcome to a special, somewhat edition of the Omega Files. Well, one of those nifty little, last-minute podcasts we do every now and then, especially when we get a bit of news. Tonight, we've gathered around because we finally got a costume reveal on, the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, and we've just, going to give our, own little knee-jerk reaction and our impressions of, the costume and whatnot. Plus, we also added a nice little image. I've got a blown up one of the new TARDIS exterior, and we'll talk about that briefly as well. Okay, so starting the lineup, let's start at the top. We're going to start with Philip Archer, fashion consultant.
Hello, good evening. All right, I'm going to pull up the photos so I can see it myself so I can go through it a little bit. I actually like this because it's it gives off her being a fun doctor. There's nothing serious about her. She's all out there, full of joys of life. And the colour scheme, like everybody's been saying all day, is very Mork and Mindy-ish, if you know what Mork and Mindy is. And but I think the most striking thing for me is her coat. And then the less striking thing for me is her pantaloons or her trousers. They're a bit odd and a bit out there. But I do like it. I think it's a fine ensemble, and it should work well for her as she goes along.
All righty. Let's move on over to Bo. Go ahead, Bo.
Yeah, I really do love this costume. There's definitely a classic feel to it. Like as people have said, there is a Mork and Mindy thing going on there, and I like the look of the TARDIS, and I approve of the companions, and yeah, everything looks good so far. Can't wait for 2018.
Alrighty. Let's move on over to AJ.
Yeah, hi. I saw the photos early this morning, and I personally don't like them. The only thing I do like is the coat, because it gives me a sort of Tom Baker-ish vibe. It reminds me of that one of the coats he used to wear. Don't like the pants. Don't like the suspenders. Definitely not the Robo shirt. And when I showed the photos to my wife, she was like, don't like the suspenders, don't like the pants. Where did she get those shoes? So, but I like the look for the new TARDIS as well, which I think is a bit more of a darker scheme. I like that. We'll talk more about that later on, though.
Okay. Let's move on over to Connor Farley.
Yeah, when I first saw it, it screamed to me sort of the Tom Baker late 70s sort of era. I like how actually they've mixed a bit of each Doctor together, because they've got the high pants, which is very Troughton-esque. They've got the technical, they've even gone for the technical aspect, which is very Colin Baker. I know a lot of people are making reference to the stripes on her shirt representing LGBT. I don't know what I'm hesitant to say that that's the case, but I like the colour scheme of it. It's very colourful. Hopefully it's giving us an indication of where Chibnall is going, maybe for the more colourful, more adventurous sort of Doctor Who. The picture in general was just very well done, like all the colours. It was really bright. That's been something that I've noticed with all of Chibnall's promo material so far. Like I said, very colourful, very adventurous, very different. The coat was brilliant. You can tell that it's got a massive hood at the back of it, I think. And also, if you notice on her on her left ear, she's got a serpent earring. Now, whether they're going to jump the shark with that and make that a sonic earring, I don't know. Hopefully not, but we'll see. But yeah, it's a nice little hipster sort of design there. So yeah, I in general, I do like this new outfit.
Okay, Graham.
Expect me to follow that. Wow, well, the BBC have basically thrown a grenade in here and say, there you go, kids, fight amongst that. It's decent. It's not, what the guys have alluded to, it's colourful, it's quirky, it's retro. For me, it's not the best thing I've ever seen, but for me, it's decent. It might grow on me as we go along. you can take what you want in terms of what are the variants on the costume represent, like Connor audited the LGBT and whatnot. People will just run with that regardless, even if that isn't the case. It will be interesting to see if you get some variant costumes like Cappy before her, just to mix it up a little as her turn goes on. But it's like that present on Christmas morning. You come down the stair and you go, that looks like a nice parcel, but I don't know what to make of the wrapping paper. It's like everything else. You just can't really judge this until you see the writing and you see it in action. I know people have got their own concerns when it comes to that, especially amongst this group, but hell, let's see what happens. It's decent. And as for the TARDIS interior, or the exterior rather, the St. John's Ambulance reference in there, I'm alright with that. Let's just fight amongst ourselves until next October and let the chips fall where they might. Bring it on.
All right, Beefhead.
Well, I'm pretty much underwhelmed, to be honest with you. It's what I expected. They've played it safe. They've gone for something that is nothing overly male, nothing overly female. They've played it safe. They've gone for something that is, in essence, gender neutral, which is what I think, probably a direction they're aiming for, because they don't want to be bound by genders or boundaries like that. Everyone's going to read into it and look into it what they want, like has been alluded to, the stripe, whether it's Malcolm Mindy, whether it's an LGBTQ, whatever reference for it. You still have that same echoing of that pattern as well on the inside trim of the jacket. It's like a greatest hits, really. So there's something for everyone, and this is what my concerns are for what it is, and going forward, I hope, like G says, there's going to be some variants. The boots are Matt Smith-esque, as like Troughton, but also Matt Smith had the ankle swingers, and at the start as well he had turn-ups. The suit trousers looks like Tennant's from the first two seasons. Every Doctor in some way, shape or form has worn braces, and also the jacket, it's a little bit, the outside detail is a little bit like Davison's as well. For me, it does. It screams a bit Malcolm Mindy. It reminds me a bit of Rufus from Bill and Ted. It's got a sort of 80s feel to it. I noticed the ear piercings as well on the helix. Now, whether they're gonna, sometimes what it is that the costume for me can echo traits of the character. Do you know what I mean? Whether this means that they're going to go for a sort of punkish type thing. You've had rock after rock and roll, then you have punk and everything like that. You've got that aspect, or whether it's going to be a sort of clownish type thing. I don't know whether that's going to be character traits. You don't know to get the finest thing. But I'm sort of underwhelmed, to be honest with you. What would I have hoped for instead? Well, maybe that's something that we'll get onto. But it's meh. It's just playing it safe again. So there we go.
Okay, Doctor Who commentator.
Well, I, like AJ, I dislike this costume, but ironically, it's for all the reasons Connor likes this costume. It is a blend of just about everything come to that, and for me, that just does not work. I mean, like people say, you've got the high trousers of Troughton-esque, you've got the coat that's sort of Tom Baker. The thing that's striking me about all of it is, however, that there isn't any. Well, it's multiple colours that just really don't match. In fact, when you look at every Doctor, there's always going to be one colour on their costume that will stand out. You've got Tom Baker with the red, you've got David Tennant with the brown, you've got Han Landtroughton with the black, all that sense. But I just don't read any of that with Jodie right now. And like I think it was Beaver was saying, the costume is really what can define the Doctor. I mean, and a costume can even change an attitude, I think, of what you're going to feel. When Matt Smith was announced, I was right there with everyone else complaining about him. I thought he looked like an emo. I thought he was going to regenerate and then start wanting a studded belt, look for a studded belt somewhere. Then I saw that his costume and I was like, all right, yeah, maybe this could work. And I then saw him on the show and Matt Smith just blew out of the water. Jodie, by God, I was saying when Jodie came in, look, we don't have to worry. This is going to be fine. It's really going to be the acting change thing. My God, this might be the first costume that is putting me off a Doctor. But But yeah, like Beef, I'm underwhelmed. Actually, I'm not so much underwhelmed, just really bemused by it, and really don't know what to look for or what to even be excited for, if there's anything to be excited for. But really, it is the writing will tell, and who knows? Like Graham said, maybe it will grow on me. I'm hoping it will grow on me, and really, maybe it will go to the TARDIS interior. We have no idea what the interior is going to look like, mind you. I'm also thinking if the interior is going to look something like this costume, oh boy, we're going to have a rubbish interior this year.
Okay, Callan.
Yeah, well, I'm happy enough with the costume. There's nothing wrong with that. I've seen a lot worse. Yeah, I'm hoping she's maybe got a different costume in almost every story. I'm happy if she has. That'd be good. I mean, some of our assistants used to have a different outfit every story. I'm happy for that to be the case. I'm happy for that to be a costume. Yeah, good luck to her and all who sail with her.
All righty. All right, let's go on to Lady Neo.
Oh, thank you. Trying to find where that button was. Let's wow, costume, big whoop, outfit, big whoop. I just want it on TV again. Just want to hear her voice. Want to see how she acts on a TARDIS. Want to see how she acts with her companions. So we got a costume, big whoop. Oh, look, the exterior of the TARDIS. Again, big whoop. I'm sorry, I'm not one of those people that are like, oh my goodness, the outfit looks horrendous. Oh, what is that thing across her chest? Is that a rainbow? No, I'm not like that. I could give a rat's butt what the doctor looks like. I don't even care. What if she had Hoochie Mama outfit? Who cares? Doctor, want to see her act. Want to see the companions. Want to see the TARDIS. All that stuff. Don't care. Just want to watch Doctor Who. My opinion.
Okay, Matt Rose.
I quite like it, but it's like somebody's taken the best bits of the Doctor's past selves and just thrown it all together in the blender and say, look at me, I'm the Doctor, but I'm also a woman now. I've got my earrings, I've got my studs, check me out. But I'm quite looking forward to seeing her in action in it, because we've only got one promo photo, and it might not even represent what the costume will look like on screen. It might be better and a better lighting, could be anything, but we don't know till it's on screen. And for those who keep going on about it's Mork and Mindy, the one thing that I love today is somebody pointed out the rainbow on her chest looks like Tom Baker's scarf, which made me happy with. And nobody's in this chat's noticed her TARDIS blue socks, which I quite like. But yeah, she's taking all the best bits of her predecessors and mixing it up. But it might just only be for that season. She might just keep changing the outfits as we go along. It just might be like when Cappy started, he had that one set outfit. We thought that was going to be it. Then they kept building on it. So that's it. It's just a starter costume. And where it goes, we'll just have to wait and see.
Alrighty. Yeah, because I remember when I first saw this earlier today, I'm like, oh my God, that's a bit childish, isn't it? But, then, I sat back, I waited a couple hours, looked at it again. I'm like, okay, they're gonna probably change this up a bit as it goes along. Like Peter's done, Matt's done, and everybody going back. The outfit's gonna probably change, per season, or it could even change per episode. Matter of fact, maybe they'll bring back the holy jumper that Philip likes. Okay, so well, all right. So let's take a quick look. Like I said, we're talking about this here. Like I said, it might grow on me. I'm not sure. Are those trousers? Well, don't know. Okay.
That's not a skirt. Which I was worried about, so I'm happy about that.
They look like Tennant's trousers from his first couple of seasons, but
they're turned up at the bottom, so
yeah.
They're just kind of baggy on her, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's not a size 30 waist.
Don't get me wrong; it's everything that is fashionable at the moment. Because
I'll be at that. You're right, Beef. Yeah.
I've asked Mrs. Beef. I've asked my girls who are quite young and of this sort of age, I suppose, is what they're supposed to be appealing to.
Yeah.
And they said, they've got all the components there, but some doesn't all go. Now, whether this is supposed to be a representation of, the Doctor Who's, up of our experience has always been male, and he thinks this is how a female dresses, you don't know. You have that aspect to it. But it seems to be trying very hard.
By the way, I'd also like to point out to Brian, I really don't think she'd be wearing a skirt because I really don't think you can run in a skirt, mate.
I'm thinking, what? She's not always going to wear that coat. So I'm trying to look at her without the coat, with that costume. I'm thinking, is that a practical Doctor Who kind of look without the coat? Will it work for her?
It's just dawned on me. It's Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
I just want to say one thing. Yes, you can run in a skirt.
Oh.
Thank you, Neil.
Well, it's a pretty long skirt if it's a skirt.
No, it's not. It's there's leggings to that, man.
It's some kind of trouser, yeah.
It's suit trouser. Look at the fixing waist.
I know it's trousers.
It's a pantaloon.
I've worn them before.
It's the case with everybody. You've worn them before, yeah. And it's the case with a lot of folk in here. It's going to have to grow on me.
I'm just not wearing them now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I like the outer part of the coat. The inner part, I'm kind of like, I don't know.
There are pockets on that coat, isn't there? I can see pocket slips.
Yeah, if you hone in on it, it reminds me a bit of Davison's because you have that sort of detail of the arms and the pockets as well. Yeah, but like I say, it's greatest hits, mate.
Yeah, it's a mesh, which again, you're in the ballpark to begin with. Beef anyway, they're playing it safe to somewhat degree.
Something for everyone there. Read into it what you want.
Yeah.
Although I don't think that's an LGBT flag, frankly.
No, but they'll run with it anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
Now, why on the TARDIS, the police box phone box part of it, the handle's on the wrong way around? Why would that be? I'm wondering.
They're just going for a change.
Yeah.
Because they want you to buy new toys.
Yes, it's a marketing ploy, Phil.
But also, the other handle's missing too.
The other handle's gone on the other door.
Yeah.
Well, did you need it?
It's stationary.
They've changed the windows.
You know
Also,
what?
Look at the sign here.
Yeah.
Black and white now, yeah.
Maybe they picked up the wrong prop with the wrong door handle, Phil. You never know,
Yeah.
Buy more merch. Buy
more merch.
Yeah, I'm liking the TARDIS. That's cool.
Hey, look, we can laugh, we can joke, we can agree, we can disagree, but we're not going to get a full flavour of this until we see the writing.
Is this a TARDIS circa Tom Baker, Peter Davison, or even lower John Pertwee era? Because when you look at William Hartnell's TARDIS from the time and the Christmas episode, it's much thinner and much.
Yeah, this is more like a Logopolis type thing. Yeah.
The only difference being, I think that the sign on the actual front there was blue instead of black.
Yeah, it was blue.
Yeah.
And the handle was on the other side.
Yeah, I'm not going to claim expertise on this, but I'm
Clayton
pretty sure
Hickman on Twitter will be having a field day. That's all I can say.
I'm pretty sure we've never had a sign. We've had a black sign before.
No, we haven't. We've only had blue and white, white and black.
Well, hang on. Wasn't one of Baker's?
I think probably Hartwell, maybe in black.
One of Baker's one had a blackboard type S to it and just sort of like bit to it, didn't it?
Well, I would say blackboard in 2017. I don't know.
Yeah, we can. But
yeah, I'm woke.
Oh boy.
Also,
it'll be interesting. Like what DWC did say earlier. Will her costume reflect the interior of the TARDIS? Being all.
When has any of their costumes ever done that? That's a bit of a stretch.
No, but if she's that kind of like play away kind of like Jane and Rick Fiddy and that sort of thing, it could be a romper room TARDIS.
What are you expecting, Phil? Are you expecting her to open the door and it's like a lava lamp nightclub type feel?
When I told you Rod, Jane and Freddie earlier, now you're expecting a rainbow interior.
Ooh, hippie.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, complete with John Leeson doing both. Nice one, Phil.
There'll be no point with maracas in that TARDIS, no.
I mean, just to go back to the picture in general, there's actually that someone had a lot of time on their hands and noticed that there's a lot of similarities between that promo shot and how Chibnall did it for Broadchurch as well.
Probably the same art designer.
Yeah.
Just the setting as well.
Yeah, to be honest with you, you're not far off there, actually. Yeah.
The lighting scheme.
Yeah, fair dues. He's got his own quirks when it comes to promo shots. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Hopefully there'll be no dead kid in this one.
Yeah.
Well,
I forgot to say it in my introduction, but I'll be honest, when we were doing the whole build-up to her costume, I was honestly thinking something more along the lines of what Peter Capaldi already has, just with a trench coat.
What we got here? Oh, that article. Okay.
Now, when you have to have 3 people
Yeah.
come up with this stuff, come on.
For one article, yeah.
And they only come up with 5 things that they're trying to say are alluding to something.
Only 5?
Yeah, like let's start right here. The braces in the booth are trying to say goes to Matt Smith. Okay, allegedly.
Why they put
Wait,
1-6?
what?
1-6?
It was 1 and 6 on the picture.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. I put up the doctor numbers. Okay, right.
I forgot I had that part of the photo cut off up there. So there are 6 things.
Hang on. Before you even go on, they're saying the braces are to Matt Smith. You do know McCoy and Troughton wore braces, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's what I was alluding to. Why are they just narrowing it down to Matt Smith? You know, it's like
because he's more recent.
Virtually every Doctor at one point or another has worn braces. It's no new thing.
That is true.
Yeah, except for Eccleston. As far as
Yeah.
You know, they've all worn them, apart from like they've all had braces of some sort.
John Hurt probably and all, but you know.
Yeah, John Hurt is the other one.
Also,
the
another
first
thing is, she
person
doesn't
that
have
did
the button-up shirt
Sorry.
going on there anymore.
No, I said the first person that did the suspenders wasn't that the second Doctor.
No, the first Doctor had them as well.
Yeah.
Oh, see? Why didn't they go back with that?
Again, Matt Smith's more recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even though hers are like mustard yellow and his are red, I'm like, what?
Yes.
It's like, wait a minute. He's like,
It's your popularity factor. It's just plain, yeah.
Can I advocate that our catchphrase be Shazbot? Just saying.
okay, hang on. 2 of 4, of course, are, you know, where they say this alludes apparently to similar pattern as Tom
All
Baker.
right. Okay.
Everyone's got to read into it what they want.
Exactly. It's an opinion piece, man.
Well,
It's not.
no, but that's what they're trying to. In my opinion, is what they're trying to do with it. Yeah, if you read into it what you want, if you find it and that's a connection for you, yay BBC, we're all included.
To be honest, if the jumper reminds me of anything, I can't remember the name of this companion anymore, but I do remember one who did wear a sort of stripy jumper in the Patrick Troughton era. I think it was
Ben, wasn't it?
That was that would have been Dodo.
No, well, not Dodo. I mean a male one.
A male one. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
You only had Jamie.
They don't want you to. They don't want you to think about Troughton.
Actually, it might not have even been Troughton's era. It might have been the Celestial Toymaker episode. I don't know.
Oh, Stephen. It was Stephen, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, it was Stephen. You're right.
Dodo had a stripy thing on as well. Did he? Did you?
Sorry, we're interrupting Brian with this.
No, I'm just saying, bringing this photo up because they're saying it. Many have pointed out allegedly the stripes combined with the braces and all that, you know, get ready for this. Resemble Mork from Mork.
Shazbot. I like that wee quirk, man, you know.
Even the pants.
I've seen Mort Ork, I've seen Steve Urkel, I've seen Wesley Crusher, I've seen them all the day, man. Everybody's been getting lambasted, you know. There we go.
But here's my opinion on the stripes. It looks like a stretched out Whopper on a shirt.
Whopper?
I have no idea what a Whopper is.
Oh, a burger. Okay, yeah.
Oh my.
Wesley, shut up, Wesley.
Told you, Wesley Crusher. There you go. Shut up, Wesley.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have no other civilian clothes on the Enterprise? Sorry, the other thing.
Will Wheaton, yeah.
Now, why do they match up with on a coat?
The coat looks nothing like McCoy's.
No!
Why would they match up?
Like, there's a similar color. It's like, I don't see the resemblance.
Maybe it's the colour they're going for. Yeah.
Who pays these idiots?
It's the clutching at straws article.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. This is big PR for them. This is big spin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and if anyone reading this thinks this is anyway informative, then I'd like to recommend a DVD for you called Sean Neal's Doctor Who: The Lost Interviews.
Well, now that shameless bit of marketeering is over with.
Not to mention, it's mainly spin control anyway, because they did location filming today with her in costume. That's the only reason they let it out.
Yeah.
Not even a certain guy. No, I'm not going to do that.
And you see, I was kind of hoping for something along this line. I liked that look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, still, you should make it back to that coat. You never know. I mean,
To be honest with you, one of the questions I thought you were going to come up with tonight was, well, what would you're not a big fan of this, what would you like to have seen? And to be honest with you, as much as I dislike Class, the way they dressed Catherine Kelly as Quill in Class
with a business suit type thing. Yeah.
Well, no, you had a mixture of stuff that you could say was non-gender specific. If you look at the episode, the metaphysical engine, you know, the one where they're fighting on the beach and everything like that. That looks quite good. That's quite up to date, but it's still not like one way or another, and it's not too girly. You know, she's not going to be wearing a cat suit. She's not going to be wearing a hot pants because there'd be public outcry. But I think you still got a certain amount of that is like that would have been a good way to go for it. This is just shambolic. Really.
To be honest, I genuinely wouldn't have wanted to see her in the Doctor in hot pants, frankly.
As I say, when it comes to an outfit, you'll love it, you'll hate it, you'll love it, or you'll find it absolutely disgusting. It's all going to hinge on the writing, unfortunately, you know. So,
and of course, the high-waisted trousers.
Yeah, well, we all said that.
Yeah, we've already said. I'm going to say they caught it here as well.
Yeah, the pattern isn't the same.
There'll be more costumes, more variants, more toys for you to buy. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's something I'm holding out for. Hopefully, she gets a variant range like Cappy did.
Earrings, apparently?
Yeah, I'm going to throw this out there. Did we really need earrings?
That's what I was going to say. Why do they need for them? There's no need
because it's punk, it's edgy, and it's hip with the kids.
It's so apparently,
and apparently, when you regenerate, you can regenerate your ears being pierced.
How do you know pierced already?
Well, I mean,
but that's my point. She somehow regenerated in a way that her ears have become pierced.
Helix piercings, which are the ones at the top of the ear, are very hip with the kids these days.
Okay. All right.
And they're the sort of earrings that go around the ear. So it's, I think someone said that they zoomed in and it looks like it's a serpent. So the head.
It's just the one ear, is it?
I think it's just the one ear, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see any sign of anything on the other ear, what we can't see of it.
Funny enough, it's the left.
You'll not even notice it, but it's just something to focus in on the program.
And how does that compare to this? I don't see it. But okay.
I have no idea. Maybe that's the root and
in an episode, someone wore earrings.
Yeah,
exactly. Like someone wore earrings. Like that's an uncommon thing for a 21st century woman.
Screw that.
But okay.
That's not an uncommon thing for a 20th century woman.
Let me zoom back up here. Dummy me. I went right.
Well, the big question is, will that be the only piercings? Oh, no, I'm an old
you're allowed to say that, or I just did to hell with it.
Yeah, that's it. Well, what do I know? I'm just one of these old entitled fat and white old guys.
We get privilege, man. We get privilege, yeah.
Let's not go
down that road. This apparently is the costume designer, Ray Holman.
Oh, yeah.
Holman? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a man?
Yeah.
Ray,
also put together at Smith's wardrobe.
Oh, well, there you go. Surprise.
Also worked on Broadchurch.
There you go. It's all Broadchurch all over the place.
But also, guess what else came out there? Oh, looky.
That was literally 3 hours after the reveal, man.
Oh, my God.
For $28.
They're piling in that money already. Yeah.
It looks like a stretched out Whopper on a shirt.
Yeah, I was wondering that whether her top is a long sleeve or a short sleeve. So
I'll have a short sleeve one for you.
I'd just like to say, Jodie Whittaker, if you by any random chance are listening to this, I know I've been railing against your costume, and I blame Ray for it. I say that so hoping you didn't pick any of this out, because I'm going to blame it all on Ray.
I wouldn't worry about it because she's not really big into social media in the first place. So I don't. And if anybody who is actually legitimately tied to the BBC in any way actually watched one of these podcasts, I'd crap myself.
I do think sometimes, though, like Capaldi, they do have some sort of input, to be honest with you, whether they like it, whether they feel comfortable in it, whether it works with what their interpretation of the character is going to be. So that's why I do feel that there is, comment when we talk about it, you can say, well, maybe this is going to align to some aspect of that character. So, but you don't know.
That's exactly why I was saying, Jodie, I'm sorry.
Sadly, Hayley Neubauer hasn't said anything on Twitter, who was last year's costume designer.
Yeah, but
Just
saying, because I do remember previous doctors have said how they had influence in their costumes, so that's why I was saying, Jodie, I hope you didn't have it in yours, because really wasn't a good fashion choice.
Remember Colin Baker? He had no input whatsoever.
Let's remember, she's just regenerating, so she'll be a bit brain fucked, excuse my language, and then she'll be like, I don't know what to wear. I'll just grab that, and just put it all together.
That's what they all
Colin
do.
Baker did.
They've all done that, Philip.
Well, but as I say,
I think it's just to appeal to kids, Philip.
Language, Philip, language.
And look, as I said, guys, big shiny Christmas present, tacky looking Christmas wrapping paper. Let's just wait and see what's in the bloody box.
Don't worry. The costume selection montage is already, you can already guess what's going to happen, to be honest.
Dolls, Barbie dolls, yeah.
With Barbie girl playing in the background.
No, it's not that. It's not that. But you can see it. That it's going to be something that's wholly inappropriate and everything like that. And it's going to and everything like that. It's going to be played for laughs. You know that.
I don't know. I think it could be a bit like the way Matt Smith ended up getting his costume, and he was just throw it all together because I needed to go quickly. I could see it as a sort of quick fix sort of thing.
I reckon the TARDIS will be all pink on the inside.
Don't you dare!
I'm just saying it now. There's gonna be a close selection montage, and that's it. I'm putting that out there now.
Similar to Tenants.
Well, I would say it's going to be similar to Baker's in a certain respect, but it's going to be the realms of appropriateness and everything like that. Because it's going to play on the obvious gags. It's going to play on the obvious gags.
The scary part is Perry's face right here was probably the typical reaction to Colin Baker's first appearance. Okay?
That's true. You can't judge a doctor by its cover. Well, maybe you can in certain cases.
No, at the same time, Jodie's costume isn't that loud or brash when you look at it properly.
No.
It's not that loud.
Yeah, it's not loud. It's not, too stand out. So I can kind of see Beef's prediction about Bland is coming.
Mm-hmm.
But, let's see her on screen. Let's see what she does with it.
You know what else? It's easy as hell for the kids to cosplay as well come cosplay season.
That's another thing maybe they were taking into effect, because that's what I guess Peter worried about when he decided his costume was, how much is it going to be for the average, guy to go out there and cosplay this? So maybe they took that into effect as well with this outfit.
And as we said earlier, it's not so feministic and it's not so male. So even a male cosplayer would be comfortable wearing that sort of get-up.
Yeah, especially the men about town, Phil, yeah.
Okay. DWC's had his hand up for a minute or so. Now go ahead.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it doesn't particularly stand out. I think that's pretty conspicuous. You would turn your head noticing that. I mean, like I said, I was saying none of the colors really match to me, and more to the point, there isn't any one color that stands out. That is just the thing that is really getting me. That there are two colors there, at least two colors, that are pretty much the same amount of volume that are really throwing me.
Yeah, because in the 21st century today, I wouldn't see that really standing out on the street at all, really. It's, AJ's got his hand up. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you've had better costume designs out of Romana during the 70s with Tom Baker. I mean, she was a female Time Lord. She did a lot of running, and she had really good outfits. I mean, some of them were subtle, but some of them were also female images versions of Tom Baker's outfit at the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they couldn't have gone for something similar to that effect.
I mean, if you recall, Lara Ward got to the stage where she got to change her outfit every bloody story.
That's it.
Mary Tam was stuck in the one outfit, virtually.
I will just say it just seems to be safe bet all round. To be honest with you, I think if you wanted to embrace the fact that the Doctor's female, but you could still have something that still has a bit of edge to it, a bit of bite to it. Look at the sort of stuff they had Quillen in class. To be honest with you, that's it.
That's the first out. Yeah.
I just think this is. It's playing it safe. It's doing it by the numbers. It's inoffensive. That is the one thing this is. It's inoffensive, and you can read into it what you want. You cherry pick what your favourite bit is. It's all your favourite Doctors, all combined in one. But guess what? She might have boobies.
Mate.
And a bit flashy.
Just to throw that up as an example for.
Yeah, that's one of my favourite costumes of hers. Very nice.
I like the sailor suit one. That one was really cool.
Oh, you mean the riding suit? The riding suit one I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, just to throw a couple of hers up there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oops, that's her today. And oh god, there was that outfit that made me
the
want
maternity dress.
Even in the 70s, we had some messes. Yeah.
We had the swimsuit deal as well. Okay.
It could have been worse. You could have been wearing a onesie. You know.
So, okay. So an interesting reaction all the way around. We have those who agree, those who disagree, and those who are just like, screw it. Let's wait and see what we get. So, let's wait and see what we get. That's all I can say. I know a lot of us are also looking forward to the new TARDIS interior. That's going to be interesting when it does hit. So, all we can say is, roll on, Christmas and then roll on next year. So, okay, if no one out there has anything else to add before we wrap it up. Okay, you got your hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, just to say, I mean, Beef keeps saying how the current costume, this costume we've now been revealed is safe. To be brutally honest, I do frankly think Romana's costumes would have, any of Romana's costumes other than the sailor outfit stuff would have been much safer. I mean, the one that Brian just showed at the beginning, and as well as the one which was deliberately supposed to be a bit like Tom Baker. I think that would have been safer than what Jodie's got.
I'd be really worried if they put Jodie in the schoolgirl outfit, but
that's all the sailor outfit.
# Bland is coming, and your hatred feeds me.
Yeah, there's the eminence right there. Feed him on Twitter. He loves it.
Bland is coming.
Vanilla Coke. Yeah.
Beware of the Ides of March, and Bland is coming.
So,
see you in 2018. Yeah.
If the TARDIS is due house when she wakes up, where's she going to get those clothes from? It's not going to be in the TARDIS wardrobe.
Watch episode 1 and find out, Phil. Good night, everybody.
That could be the reason why they're going with this particular type of wardrobe is. We've already heard rumors flying around like mad that apparently, that something's going to happen to the TARDIS. But like I said, unfortunately, we don't have any confirmation on that. A lot of that could just be conjecture based off what facts we do have. And the only facts we do have is that for some reason they rigged her up the same, falling rig that Peter Capaldi used in Heaven Sent. That's the only information we have. Like I said, there's some guy on Gallifrey base claiming the TARDIS is going to materialize underwater. Once again, we have no proof. The only picture I can give you that I know of that exists, possibly in the TARDIS interior, is this.
This one, yes. I remember this one.
Not seen this.
And that's it. That's just the basic framework, and that's one that leaked out about a year ago. Well, close a while back.
That's the original. That's just the one we've just had, isn't it?
Well,
now, allegedly, this is one that's being worked on, and this photo was leaked out it was just a few months ago. It wasn't actually a year ago. It was just a few months back. I got this one.
The middle console looks more.
Oh, after Christmas. Yeah.
It's exactly the same.
We'll find out one way or the other. Okay, well, folks, I think that's going to be about it. Enough of the fashion critique. The runway is now closed. So
join us next year for the Fashion Files in 2021.
Watch as Phil sachets away.
So until next time, we're all going to play a game of hide and seek.
Yeah, all I can say is stay tuned. More facts come in, we'll pass them on to you. So take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one.
Bye.
America out there, very important. tomorrow is Veterans Day. Please go out there, thank a veteran, support your local veterans charity. These guys have actually earned your respect with their duty and service.
Support your troops wherever you are worldwide.
Right. Oh, that's right. It is worldwide. And well.
Yep, we call it Remembrance Day.
Yeah.
By the way, good night. Have a good one. See y'all later.
Shazbot.